Some CEOs, should I say, coming out to initially claim to have stage 4 cancer, publicly solicit for funds, saying she put up her property for sale in order to raise funds for chemotherapy, get donations, later backpedal to say that it was a miscommunication, should be tagged as fraud, in my own, opinion. Now, it's important to note that fraudulent crowdfunding is an offense and should be termed obtaining money under false pretense. Now, this carries a penalty for a term of not more than 20 years and not less than 7 years without the option of fine. Now, crowdfunding in Nigeria is also regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission, that is SEC, and is subject to certain legal and regulatory requirements. Now, in order to launch, a crowdfunding campaign in Nigeria, the individual organization must first submit proposal to the SEC for review and approval. The proposal must, include information about the project or venture being funded for. So my question is, did she seek the permission of SEC on this crowdfunding?
I'm interested to know the type of doctor you saw. What type of doctor?
It's an oncologist.
Okay, so now, fantastic. So I work in a teaching hospital. We don't send patients to an oncologist unless you have a core biopsy result.
But you haven't had
because usually you start with a general surgeon. General surgeon will establish the fact that it is cancerous. And oncologist is not the first person. Based on the fact that you even said, the person said it is not cancerous, no doctor will send you. That's why I'm interested to know the doctor. No doctor will send you to an oncologist with a non-malignant result.
Like I said, you go into the hospital, I noticed a lump on my boobs.
Was it Lagos or Enugu? Because
It was in Enugu.
Okay.
So I went into the hospital.
Was it a teaching hospital?
No, it wasn't a teaching hospital. It was a private hospital.
Okay, and it has an oncologist. That private hospital has an oncologist.
Let me explain.
Okay.
So walking into the hospital, you go to a normal doctor. I don't even know what they're called, but you went to a doctor, he examined, he found the lumps.
Okay.
That was when he said, let's do a biopsy. I don't know what a biopsy is.
Without an imaging?
No.
That's very strange.
No imaging because...
Is that possible?
It's not possible. It's not possible. Because biopsy is very invasive. Nobody will grab your breast and just do a biopsy without an imaging.
There was no imaging.
Was it the left breast or the right breast?
The left breast.
Okay.
Okay, so they didn't do an imaging, they just said go for a biopsy. It was when I went for the biopsy, it took about by
was
then...
it painful?
What was the biopsy process like?
Yes, what was the process like?
Explain it to us.
I think they gave me a little, I don't know if it's anesthesia to like numb the pain a little bit. Then an incision close to the navel.
And what came out?
That's not the procedure. We don't do an incision.
I don't know what, but something went into my...
Okay, so
my results are
Are you
here.
saying that's false? It's not possible to...
No, yeah, it's not sounding like a fine needle. It's not sounding like a core biopsy. It's not sounding like a fine needle. We use a needle. It's a needle.
This one is like how do I put it? Why would you call it a machine? I don't know the right terms.
Oh, listen, you're mixing things up. We don't use machine for biopsy as well.
That's
an invasive procedure. We use a needle.
Something went into my boobs. They brought out some... I think they said
what part of your boobs? Was it
exactly,
your
what type of your
boobs?
The lump was found under my boobs. It moves sometimes. Sometimes it looks as if it beeps. And so I think around that place. I think they said they bring out... I don't know if there's particle of the lumps or thereabouts. That's what they say. Yeah, they took for the biopsy.
With a machine.
Sorry, is
maybe
that,
a pin.
No, it's
medically feasible.
No, it's a long needle.
Maybe that's
what has a trigger.
Okay,
it's like a mini gun.
What's the size of the needle they used for you? If you're going to estimate it.
How do I?
Was it like 2 inches long, 1 inch long? How was the needle?
I was lying down, so not like you're seeing exactly what is happening.
I find it very strange that you're mixing radiologists, oncologists. I feel like it's something you should know.
No, it's not something I should know because cancer is not something I am aware about. I've said it
over and over again. It's been 2 weeks since you came out to talk about this, and you mentioned stage 4. That was the first video I ever saw from you.
Yes, that was
stage 4. How did they come about that stage 4?
I'm not supposed to know. So maybe at this point
we're going to be,
that's what I'm trying to say. At this point, we're going to be asking the medical doctor. So
this crowdfunding venture she embarked on. Now, what Blessing CEO did is a slap on the face of cancer survivors and warriors, I must say. And I mean, stage 1 cancer symptoms, early warning signs include unexplained weight loss, persistent, fatigue, new lumps or skin changes, chronic cough, and unusual bleeding. Now, how did Blessing skip should I say stage 1, 2, 3 and jump to 4? I, for one, didn't buy the story when she put it out. I won't lie. I'm not trying to say that I'm not a sympathizer of those that, have cancer. But Blessing is someone we know, in past news or past experiences that can be controversial. There was time she falsified, owning a house in Enugu that the owner called her out. And that was an issue. Now, coming out to use cancer as an excuse, I think I'm not a lawyer, but I feel she should be invited, she should be questioned, and if possible, they should use her to set an example. Because crowdfunding is a huge deal in Nigeria. People come on social media to seek funds for various medical issues. So what this sort of does is it belittles or make other people that will come after her, sort of, it makes their claim maybe, I don't know, look questionable, if I'll put it that way. I don't know, man. I feel like this woman, she should be locked up if it's true that she forged it.